Steelers. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 76 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
I scored on my first play, bro.
We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it?
Stretch.
Because most teams want to be a
fake
quick strike
stretch.
offense. They want to score as quickly as possible.
He came up with the linebacker, and I threw behind him.
What they have to understand is, while they got it done there,
he tried to come over.
A long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Yeah, it was a risk, but he didn't play it right.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
And then he tried to come down with the safety, and I just ran around him with Michael Thomas. So, essentially, that nigga got smacked.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
I said, oh my dick. I didn't really mean to say, oh my dick. Since we talking about my dick, all my haters say hi to it. I'm done.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Yeah, Tommy got his neck broken.
Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc in the
one right now.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us
Let me see what Harris is about, bro.
A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football.
Let me see.
That led to the sack.
Let me get on
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Throwing is Jackson. He'll get this to Chubb.
I need you to block him.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
52-7.
Todd Gurley to the house already. Ah, he got me.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this deep on Arizona's side of the field. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that
Thomas almost got another touchdown, bro.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever?
I saw him open, but I thought
the next play
I thought he was Marquise Goodwin.
Play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run with Chubb, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Yeah, Chubb is not
a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 9, Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
That's why I fuck with Von Bell, bro. I asked myself, why did I re-sign that man? And then stuff like that happens, and I remember why. Niggas just a baller, bro. Plain and simple. Ain't no getting around it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
Oh.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down.
I did not expect Jackson to get that off like that. That man,
well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there. But I like his moxie.
He's taken down.
That's a tough little nigga right there.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. In for the score. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, at the 24-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now this time Murray to throw it. That's going to be caught by Kirk.
No, Quentin, no.
Somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well.
Oh.
I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. First down, Murray.
Look at that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20, 10, 5. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
He's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Cardinals' 2-yard line.
Yo, Ford beat the dog shit out of
here before the quarter break. 21-0 our score after 1. The Saints with the football here to begin
this nigga
quarter
Corn, bro.
As they come up
he
now,
beat him
2nd and goal.
45-0.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll give it to Chubb, and he is in for the score.
Chubb got 2 touchdowns already, bro.
Nick Chubb. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
They ain't even got to show off the new passing game, really.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. The first down carry here for Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm going to put somebody else in that spot.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. He finds his man Johnson.
He can have that.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about In your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Go, go, go. 43 is the mic. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
So why does that take so long to activate?
Jackson. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st down, New Orleans.
Check. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Saints.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL.
Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Alert 3, alert 3.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Nick Perry able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Jackson. He gets it to Thomas. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. That's complete to a speedy wide Goodwin. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On the ground, this is Johnson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And the catch made by Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Murray now on 1st down.
Let me get that. Josh Jackson.
Time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Here now is 2nd and 10 again for the 41. Now Jackson throwing again. Flush to his right. Deep ball for, and this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
They will be able to get it off.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And excellent field position here as this drive will start on the other side of the 50-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And they start the 2nd half with Johnson. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche that's coming right on top of them. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And again, it's Chubb. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready. Boys, 43. Check. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Zoom.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They give to Chubb out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Pretty good little 2-play sequence. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Let's go. 1990. Right side. Drive on. 43. Mike's 43. Let it go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Reed, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Bird to return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Again, it's Johnson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. This one caught by Isabella. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Open man completes it to Butler. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Silver.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, option right. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Watch 36 the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, 20, 10. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Well, there you go, from red zone to red zone on that fumble return.
It's amazing how fast things can turn around, isn't it? I mean, it looks like one team's driving, got everything taken care of.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Nick Chubb with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Here we go. And read. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Complete. It's Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
He's crashing. He's chasing the run.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run the option right here on 1st down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Saints' 49-yard line.
The busy night continues for Johnson.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And an alley to run. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go with Chubb on second down. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They run. Chubb. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for New Orleans, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, that's good.